Hi guys! So this month our channel's video topic is bullying. I want to apologize on how late this video is. I'm sorry, I've been really sick and I'm actually still really not feeling well. So if my voice cuts in and out during the video, I'm sorry, bear with me. Before I actually start talking about the subject, I want to just say that there are a lot of different kinds of bullying. Some might seem like they are less horrible than others, but none of them are okay, and no single form of bullying is more acceptable than the other. They're all wrong, and I think the goal of my video, as well as the videos of my collaborators on this channel, is to really make people think before they speak, because if more people did that, the world would be a much better place, and it would also raise awareness for the things that go on in places like social media and schools that most people don't really pay any attention to. So the first thing I want to talk about is cyberbullying. I feel like most social media users, including myself and some of the fellow collaborators on this channel, have been bullied through social media at some point or another, whether it's a body shaming comment or trolling or a full-on personal vendetta. And as somebody who pretty avidly uses social media, although I know I've been kind of MIA the past few weeks, but like I said, I've been really sick, but it's hard. I mean, for the people who are serious hardcore YouTubers and the people like my friends and I who run this channel and the people with a lot of followers on Instagram or Facebook, we get a lot of hate, and that's part of what it comes with, but you have to realize people put a lot of effort into the things they post, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, Tumblr, Instagram, etc. People put a lot of time and effort into it, and to tear them down, whether it be for content, how they look, it's just unnecessary. And then there are things like just random nasty comments that I know I've seen posted on random people's Instagrams, and when I see them, I'm like, who would take the 15 seconds out of their day to write this to another person? What is the benefit other than tearing somebody else down to build yourself up? Those 15 seconds it takes a person to write, oh, you're fat to somebody, or oh, you look stupid, or make a racist remark, that time could be spent so much more wisely. You could be bettering yourself, because obviously if you feel the need to hurt somebody else, there's a problem there. Or you could be doing something to make somebody else's day. Don't waste 15 seconds of your life to hurt somebody else. When it comes to the internet, people have a tendency to say things they would never say to you in person, whether they know you or not. Because there's that screen, there's this level of being anonymous, and you don't have to confront that person face to face if you don't see them every day. And I think that's why social media has become such a tool for cyberbullying. And I think if people in general, when they're using the internet, especially when it comes to social media, think about what you say before you post it, because even if you don't mean it to be mean, a lot of people say things and don't realize that sarcasm can't be perceived on the internet, and things can come across much more hurtful than you mean them, or they're just blatantly out to hurt you. And if people just took the time to think about what they say before they post it, social media would be a much friendlier place. So when it comes to social media and bullying, people really just need to follow that golden rule of treat others the way you want to be treated. Like the little thing you're all taught in kindergarten when you're like this big and really tiny. And maybe I'm naive for thinking people should genuinely live by that rule, but I think the world would be a much better place. And now I want to talk about some bullying that's other than cyberbullying. Growing up, I lived in a mostly white, extremely wealthy suburban town. Little scene kids with big hair and lots of makeup didn't really fare well. And my friend group and I were pretty ruthlessly bullied for a really long time. And I personally switched schools my senior year because I was just done. And one of my best friends, well, my best friend, she and I have known each other since we were 4. She had to drop out of high school because of all the bullying that went on towards our friend group. our sophomore year of high school, she started getting massive death threats over her cell phone, on her house phone, and it became such an issue that there was one point where she was chased out of the building by a mob of like 30 kids in our grade. And I know a bunch of us, she, her parents, myself, and I think a few other girls who were friends with us, went to our school and said, hey, here are these voicemails of all these kids in our school threatening to end my best friend's life for absolutely no reason. We were different. That was enough for them. And the school told us, you should drop out. We might have a zero tolerance bullying policy, but we're not going to do anything. That's like 30 kids. Most of them are athletes. So you're better off just dropping out of school because we're not going to punish them. Number one, that is in no way acceptable in any way, especially for a school with a so-called zero bullying tolerance. And my best friend had to drop out of high school. Now, she went and got her GED. She's in college. She's studying to be a teacher. And she's one of the strongest people I know. But I had to go through high school without a best friend. I never got to see her because I was stuck there. And all of those kids got away with it. And I had to watch for the next 3 years that same group of kids pick on different people, including myself. And they never learned from it. People don't change. I know that sounds really cynical, and I want to say that people learn, but it's rare. For most part, people don't change as humans. They grow up a certain way, they attain those morals, and obviously kids rebel, but for the most part, those morals stay with you. And that's why they have those expressions like father like son, whatever. But if you are taught from a young age, oh, bullying is okay, you're going to grow up to be an adult bully. Even on TV situations, like I know on Modern Family, the dad has like a bully at his real estate agency. And that's a very real thing. And people need to learn how the things they do can really affect people. I remember being a teeny tiny little like 10-year-old, and a bunch of the moms of the girls in my class had written up fashion police tickets and told their daughters to go around and tell the other girls in our grade why they were ugly and write it down and tape it to their desks. I know this happened, and I know the mothers specifically did it because I was friends with those girls. And I stopped being friends with those girls. And then I became a target. And I was okay with that because even at 10, I was like, these kids are making fun of each other and we're a class of like 12. And this is really not okay. I was the one who went and said something to a teacher because I had seen it go on for a few weeks. And after that, every single kid in the entire grade hated me. And that turned into, at elementary school age, me getting punched in the face repeatedly by another little girl in my class. And the parents covered for it. And the teachers covered for it. And no small child should have to go through that. Nobody should have to go through that, period. But especially at such a young age, when people are pushing kids to have this deep-seated hatred and this need to hurt each other. So, to sum up the whole point of this video, bullying, whether it's online, in person, whether you're 40 or 2, it's never okay, and it can seriously hurt people and cause damage. And just think about the things you do or say, because that's all the world really needs, is just a few people to say, hey, you might want to rethink that because it's not helping anybody. So, yeah, it's pretty much my little soapbox right there. And we will see you next month. I think I picked the topic next month. I'm pretty sure I do. So, we'll see. I don't know what it'll be yet. It'll be interesting though, I promise. Bye!